a big win for the team last week against Sheffield Eagles. How would you reflect on that game?
Well, I thought it was a good game, good scoreline, but it was just a game of two halves, I reckon. But if we're playing against I wouldn't say a better team, but coming up to these big games in the next few weeks, we can't really do that in the second half. Thought that we were real good in the first half. We practiced through the week, like wide shapes and with the ball, and we looked really good. But I think with it being 30-0 at half time, maybe not the cue was on track, but we didn't have the right attitude coming out in the second half. And I think it was just sort of cost us a lot of mistakes and silly errors where in the first half we were putting them to the sword and scoring some real good points.
And like you mentioned, we tried to play with the ball a little bit more, moving it wide. How did you feel that worked?
I thought, well, especially in the first half when we watched the game back, we looked really good, to be fair. And we've been looking over the last sort of few weeks because we've been sort of getting lost with the ball sort of thing and playing a bit sort of one out. So we worked really hard last week, and I thought that we looked really good in the first half.
Good to get 40 points on the board again, as we did against Dewsbury only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's always nice getting a few points on the board because we like base ourselves in our defence, and it's sort of maybe our attack hasn't been the best over the past few years, so it's nice to score a few points.
And Richard mentioned after the Toronto game about how the goal line defence wasn't probably up to scratch, and obviously the team really improved on that, only conceding the 6 points.
Yeah, like I say, we pride ourselves on our defence, and I think that was sort of we had to take a hard look at ourselves after that game because it just wasn't us at all. So we worked really hard through the week, and that's what we aim to be good at, our defence.
And we're almost, I think we're around halfway through the season now, obviously level on points with London, who are fourth. Yeah. Where do you see the team's progression this season, and how do you reflect on it?
Well, we'll just do it the same as we always do, a bit under the radar, a bit like out of the way of people, and we'll just keep ticking them off hopefully and getting some big wins. It's coming up to that time of year now, isn't it? And we've got obviously Fev in a couple of weeks at the Bash, and then Lee away, and two real big games, so hopefully a couple of good months coming up for us.
And obviously we've got the week off now, and obviously leading into those big games, as you mentioned. Do you feel that will refresh the team after a few hours?
Oh, definitely. I think it's well earned, isn't it? Playing week in, week out. A lot of lads work as well. You work, you train, you play. Just sometimes nice to get a bit of a downtime with your family and go away, have a week away, and then come back in next week ready to rip in.
And a big week, as you mentioned, against Featherstone coming up at the Summer Bash. Yeah. A game you must be really looking forward to.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they beat us at the start of the year, and it's always a massive game. Is Halifax and Feather, big rivals, and it's always a good atmosphere and good games to play in. So hopefully we can get the win this time, but it's going to be another massive game because they're playing really good. A Fev like they always are, so it's always a tough challenge.
And the sort of real crunch games in terms of that, race for the top four of these games that we sort of need to be winning, or
Oh, definitely. Well, especially these big games, we need to. Well, even in the playing against the likes of the other teams, like in the past we've struggled against, but we always turn up in the big games. Whereas we just need to be more consistent and like building week in, week out, and not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Where do you see the team sort of, not weaknesses, but areas that we could do with improvement upon going into these real crunch weeks?
Just being a bit smarter again with the ball, and because against these teams you need to be playing for the full. We've talked about having big starts, whereas last week we had a big start but couldn't finish the game off. So we need to be playing for the full 80 minutes and not just trying to chase a game like we did against Toronto and stuff like that. So in these bigger games we need to be starting well and ending well.
And just in terms of matters off the field, obviously tonight we've got the event down at the LS28 Supporters Club. Really good events for the fans and
definitely. He's my sponsor. He's doing a real good job getting all the fans involved and getting down. He's there hours before kick-off putting the flags up and stuff like that, so it just shows that he's really committed to getting Halifax on the map kind of thing.